Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. How's everyone doing? I hope you're okay. Something a little bit different today. This is a recent holiday that I took to Llandudno in Wales, and one of the main reasons that we went there was to do and walk the Alice in Wonderland trail that is in Llandudno. Trail goes all the way around the town itself. It starts off from sort of one end of North Shore, works its way up to the Great Orme, and then comes back down into the West Shore. I think all in all, throughout the town itself, there's 36 different points of interest, and this video is going to show you a few of them. The first one being it was the commemorative piece that was put in to remember what Lewis Carroll did with Alice in Wonderland. Obviously, Alice in Wonderland was written by Lewis Carroll and is based around the area of Llandudno. Was the guy wrote it while he was in Llandudno, and was based on a real life little girl that holidayed there. This is a nice marble cenotaph that was put there. As you know, if you've read the book of Lewis Carroll, it's a lot more dark, a bit more sinister than what the Disney film portrayed it as. As you can see with this this statue of Alice, which is outside of Llandudno train station, a lot more dark and a lot more menacing than the Alice that most people would know from the 1951 animated film by Disney. Fantastic work of art, this one. Probably one of the better ones on the trail, for just the sheer design aspects of it and the amount of detail that's in it. If you look at this is obviously depicting where Alice grows and breaks out of the house. But the attention to detail on this one is absolutely fantastic. As you'll see in a minute, you'll see why the reason that she breaks out of the top of the rabbit's house is the bottle there that she drank, which makes her grow tall. It's again probably there's this one and maybe two more that are exceptionally carved. Again, all these are made out of wood, all carved out of wood. They're fantastic. If you look at Alice's face, that is really menacing looking. Not at all like the Alice that you know from the Disney show. This one depicts the caterpillar. Again, attention to detail on this one's pretty good, but as you'll see in a second, where this is actually situated, it's in a place called the Happy Valley Gardens. So top end of Llandudno Bay as you're going up toward the Orme. If you know this area up there, it really gets battered by bad weather, and I think everything that's been up this end, as you'll see in a minute, has started eroding away, and it's a shame that one side of the caterpillar's face is eroded, and a lot of the details are eroding away at this one. As you can see on the back side of it, the details still really noticeable, and it's still really nice. As you sort of as I pan up with the camera in a minute, you'll see. Even though the sort of lighting isn't the best as the sun's shining at the camera, you'll see part of the caterpillar's face. But again, the lower detail in this is really nice, and the toadstool sat in front of him. Again, there's a story behind this particular one. It depicts a teaching stool that was put up here for Lewis Carroll. I think it was something to do with mathematics, that he was he gained some kind of large qualification in mathematics and became a mathematician as well as an author. This one is obviously everyone will know this one as a Cheshire Cat. Not as much detail on this one, but this is situated right down the bottom end of the West Shore. There's sort of only two statues down the West Shore. The commemorative one, which is across the road, and then this one. Again, it's a basic Cheshire Cat, but it's quite a large piece. And again, it is very nice. But this is right at the bottom end of the West Shore. Not much down this end, but the walk leads you back round to this way, which is really nice. Still plenty of colour left in this one as well. Whether it's been touched up at some point, I'm not sure, but the colour's still pretty good. As you can see on this one, this is another version of the Cheshire Cat. But this one again is up in the Happy Valley Gardens, and like I said before, the time and weather has not been good to these, and just the sheer erosion off the face side of all these statues up this end is taking its toll on it. Backside again, it's getting a little bit, and with these being timber, with these being wood, obviously the erosion on it is happening pretty quick. And again, I'm surprised no one's took the time to go up that section and try and do something with these, because the Happy Valley itself is a really nice and well kept garden and park. It's a lovely walk. Again, this is up the same end. This depicts the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. And at first looks at this, obviously the table and the seats, it's quite basic. Again, weather into this one as well. It's not as bad as the other ones. I think this one's a bit more sheltered by the trees. But if you do start to look, then you'll start to notice a few more bits of detail that pop up on it. Obviously the four-leaf cloves in the middle, as you can see there, and then you've got her teapot, which I would imagine when that was first carved, it was really nice. And the same as we spin right there into the other side now. Another teapot with a dormouse on top. I would imagine back in the day when that was carved, the dormouse was more prominent to the teapot lid. But again, time just taking its toll on it. As you can see at the bottom there, everything started to fade out a little bit. But this is directly under some trees, so I don't think it's getting as much damage as a lot of the other things up there. But still, it's a nice piece. This next one, not 100% sure. I know it's depicting the door into Wonderland, and the piece is quite basic. Again, it's nice, but there's not much detail to it. I'm not actually sure what the rest of the piece is actually showing, or what it's about. Why it's so tall, I'm not 100% sure what that actually means. I don't know, but the piece is in nice condition. It's not as weathered as some of the others up this end at Happy Valley. But obviously that depicts the door going into Wonderland that Alice first finds. There we go into sort of more the more famous characters that people know. Again, this is the Mad Hatter. Really nice piece. Loads of detail again on this. You can look at this piece for quite some while and keep noticing different details on it. This one's based on the north shore of Llandudno, walking down the promenade. One of the main features of the promenade, as you are walking down towards the pier at Llandudno. And again, you can see his watch, and the dormouse carving that's on him there is really nice. Again, this one took a bit of a battering because it's right open to the elements. This one, obviously, is right on the seafront, and as you'll see for a second, the sea's quite choppy the day I filmed this. But I would imagine in winter months it gets even worse. So I would imagine it takes a good bit of battering by the weather. But it's a really nice piece. Next one's a Queen of Hearts. This is quite a large piece. As you can see there, my wife stood behind it. Again, not as detailed as some of the other pieces, but it is very nice, and probably the largest one of the lot. This one's situated on the same street as what the original Cheshire Cat is, and the way that she's pointing, if you follow that road down to the bottom, that will take you down to the West Shore, where you can see the Cheshire Cat. The Cheshire Cat is on the exact same side of the road as the Queen of Hearts, and she's virtually pointing at him really, but she's pointing down to the other end of the sort of shoreline. So if you walk down this particular street and stay on the same side, you will come to the other shore, and you will find the newer looking, fresher looking Cheshire Cat. And probably the best statues on the walk, on the trail, Tweedledum and Tweedledee. These are two really good, and I think the reason being is where these two actually are, they're quite sheltered, so they don't get as much sun, they don't get as much wind or rain on them. But these two are a definite walk. If you're not up for walking, or you suffer with any illnesses then and conditions, I will give these two a miss, because these are right up the top end of Happy Valley, through Happy Valley, virtually halfway up the Great Orme. There is a tea room at the side of it. I mean, it'll pop up in a second, I think. You'll see it off one of the, there you go, the white building behind it. But two really, really good statues, and a really good quality, these two as well. And again, if you get up close, they've got D and Dum etched into the colours, so you know which is which. But these two are nice, but they're probably the most hardest two to find, or hardest ones to get to. Again, this one's back up in Happy Valley. Depicts, I think, looking at it, it's Helter Skelter, with the white rabbit at the bottom, depicting the way again into Wonderland. Instead of just falling down the hole, where Alice falls down the hole and comes to the door and then enters through into Wonderland. This one depicts a Helter Skelter. Again, this one's kept out of the elements, so it does look really good. It's not faded. I think the bit of the white rabbit at the front has faded a little bit, but not much. So it's in really good condition. And again, there's some nice detail on it. You'll see the little jar at the top that's carved in, and I'm not sure on the front whether there's a small carving, like sort of engraving in halfway down. I think is the is sort of the map of Wales, if you look. So coming up to it now, that point there, whether that's the sort of Welsh coastline, that's I'm not 100% sure. And this is the final one. This is the white rabbit one. Again, really good quality. This is in the centre of Llandudno, just sort of around the shopping area. Again, wonderful piece. Really, really nice condition, this one. Whether because of where it is, they keep on top of it a little bit more, I'm not 100% sure. But it's a lovely walk, and I would suggest that anyone that is going into Llandudno, do the Alice Trail. It's great fun. Older people alike, young kids that know the film, they can all get a bit of something out of it. So again, thank you very much, and take care. See you all soon. Bye bye.